Hi! We live in a hyper-connected world today. The technology that powers it is insanely complex and built with numerous dependencies. One dependency fails and it quickly cascades to a domino effect. Today, economic uncertainty is at an all-time high and businesses cannot afford disruption on their technology platforms. Yet, disruptions happen, outages happen, leading to millions of dollars of losses, causing stress and anxiety amongst businesses, their employees, and most importantly, their customers. We see companies across the world handling these situations in their unique ways. Research shows some companies do far better than others at handling crises and disruptions. So what is it that they are doing differently? They build resilience across their business processes and functions and are better prepared to navigate uncertain times. They know failures and disruptions are inevitable. Questions around resilience like, how quickly can a business process embrace the new normal? How soon can it recover from a disruption on the core digital platform? Or how can we leverage the new normal state to gain competitive advantage? These questions are frequently discussed and are high on the leader's mind. Also, we see these companies prioritize their critical business processes, performance, availability, and most importantly, recovery and reliability metrics. All these dimensions, note, impact experience. This prioritized focus really means that experience is everything today, not just for the customers, but also for the employees. Lastly, these companies engineer for resilience, and practicing chaos is an excellent step towards building resilience. Companies today are practicing chaos in their pre-production environments in a big way, and some have even matured to practice it in production. Gone are the days when chaos was only practiced by Netflix. Chaos is mainstream now, and tools like Litmus and Gremlin have shown this. Chaos is actually not chaotic. It is all about thoughtful experimentation. Nagarro is leading these topics. We help our customers drive their resilience imperatives across the organization and the value chain through our end-to-end digital engineering services portfolio. We co-partner with our clients to adapt to the continuous change, lead through proactiveness, and sustain a much better new state through continuous innovation and help them gain competitive advantage.
Chaos engineering is not limited to making things fail only. In fact, that's just half the problem. Aim of chaos engineering is to make you aware of what can go wrong. How long would the system take to get back on its feet? How does the user-facing interface behave when the service at backend fails? Does the system somehow proactively inform you that something is wrong? How to integrate planned chaos within each step of the life cycle of software development? So you see, the scope of chaos engineering is way beyond just injecting failures. It is to produce knowledge that aids in the development of resilient systems and outages that don't occur twice. Let's take a look at what Nagarro has been doing for its clients. Typically, the chaos engineering journey for a client begins by ensuring every infrastructure component that holds any kind of data has backup in place. This would include the databases, the configurations for the applications, the vaults containing secrets, the storage blobs containing files, the network configurations, etc. Now, these things may seem pretty basic, but our experience tells us they are not. A lot of our clients do have the backups configured, but they have never tried to restore them. Knowing that you can restore a backup is vastly different from actually restoring it. Backup restore may bring in a few hours of downtime that the business cannot afford, but they are living in a false luxury that they are safe. Another example is to bring down the primary database cluster and simulate the failover to the secondary one. So basically, inject some fake latency in network, slow things down a bit and test the user interface. Our benchmark? Just a website that should still function. How quickly do we switch to the failover, or can we shift automatically at all? And there are a lot of other chaos experiments that can keep the journey going. Random request failures, stressing the database with writes and see if reads still go through. A fake denial of service attack. Disk and RAM failures for virtual machines, killing instances for distributed services, injecting poison message in a message queue, and so on. What do we achieve at the end of the exercise? Well, we now know what can fail and how long does it take to recover from the failure. We also know the points in the communication where transient errors may occur and a retry logic makes sense. We now know the probable business scenarios where a catastrophic failure in the backend service may still not mean game over for the end user. If you can't return similar products, return popular products, for example. We now know at which points of a user journey the customer-facing app was not error-friendly when backend failed. And of course, more than anything else, we develop a mindset of defining what can fail, what should be done to avoid it. Right from defining the task to implementing them in development and deploying them. That's chaos engineering.
Our customers globally are engaging with us at different levels based on their current maturity of implementing resiliency engineering within the landscape. The ones that have just begun or about to begin the journey are trusting us to define the right resiliency strategy for them. For organizations that have reached a fair level of maturity, we are engaging with them to review their strategy and implementation, help them simulate game days, enable them adapt self-healing frameworks, and for some, we are even helping them apply machine learning to automate some of their analysis. At Nagarro, we have curated a resiliency engineering framework that supports our different engagement models with our customers. Nagarro's framework is a multi-step approach where we start by building the foundation, understand each customer's unique landscape, and define the right resiliency engineering strategy for them aligned with their business goals and objectives. We help them baseline steady-state metrics, create hypotheses, and predict how the systems should behave once the identified experiments are unleashed across their application, infrastructure, and network layers. With multiple tools available, each tool having their own strengths and capabilities, we are helping our customers select the best fit tool based on their needs and set up observability around the SLIs and SLOs that indicate the system's resilience. In the implementation phase, we unleash the experiments in the chosen environment and measure the resiliency. Data from different services such as application logs, monitoring systems, API gateways, databases, etc. are collected at real time as continuous feedback through DevOps automation. And this helps us provide complete observability dashboard leveraging different monitoring tools such as Prometheus, Grafana, Kibana, or Dynatrace. Metrics are compared to discover vulnerabilities and help us identify what architectural or design changes are needs to be incorporated to build highly available and resilient systems. The final step is towards remediating and transforming the systems by applying the identified architectural and design changes in the form of architecture blueprint. Once these changes are implemented, we repeat the entire execution cycle again to ensure the end objectives are met and enabling customers truly unleash chaos at scale across their enterprise with a DevOps integrated resiliency engineering platform.